Oi, I'm Harry Wormwood, and you're watching the Broadway.com show. This is a shout out. Ah! Don't forget to enter the sweepstakes.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly cheat sheet to all that's happening on the Great White Way, or as we like to think of it, the place where, unlike the Kardashian West household, offspring are called sensible names, like Simba and Elphaba. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Ryan?
Nominations for the 58th Annual Grammy Awards were announced this week, and the cast recordings for 5 of Broadway's biggest hits were nominated for Best Musical Theater Album. The Hamilton cast album, which has been shattering Billboard records left and right, is nominated alongside the recordings for An American in Paris, The King and I, Something Rotten, and this year's Tony-winning Best Musical, Fun Home. Okay, you can go back to streaming those albums now, and you can see which show will take home the trophy when the 2016 Grammy Awards air on February 15, 2016 on CBS.
Fans of big singing and even bigger dying take note. The Broadway revival of Les Miserables will end its run at the Imperial Theater. But don't worry, not yet. In fact, the show will continue to run through September 4th, 2016. Although current Jean Valjean Alfie Boe ends his run February 28th, another acclaimed 24601 will take his place. John Owen Jones, who previously earned the distinction of being the West End's youngest Valjean ever, will start performances March 1st and be stealing bread and bringing him home through the show's closing, which isn't until September. So calm down, everyone.
Talk about a heavenly lineup. Norm Lewis, LaChanze, Chuck Cooper, and more have been tapped for Cabin in the Sky. Helmed by Ruben Santiago Hudson, the 1940s tuna from Vernon Duke, John Latouche, and Lynn Root followed Porgy and Bess in celebrating African-American dance and music traditions. The production will play 7 performances at Encores at City Centre from February the 10th, 2016, and we can't think of a better way to spend Valentine's Day than with this talented trio.
The national tours of 3 major Broadway shows made big announcements this week, and theatergoers across the country are in luck. First, a little show you might have heard of called Hamilton announced it'll launch its first national tour in September 2016 with an extended stay in Chicago. The plan is that a second touring production will launch sometime after and make its way across the country. Next up, Jackie Burns, who was Idina Menzel's standby during the Broadway run of If Then, will take over the show's leading role for the remainder of the tour beginning in January 2016 in Dallas, Texas. Tamira Gray and Matthew Heidzik will also join the cast as Kate and Josh respectively, and original star Anthony Rapp will continue with the tour as Lucas. Meanwhile, the national tour of Wicked will welcome Emily Cook as Elphaba and Amanda Jane Cooper as Glinda beginning this month. Wonderful! They call all of this news wonderful.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Wormwood. I'm 28 years young, and I think you should enter the sweepstakes. You're watching Broadway.com. All right, you're not stupid because you're watching Broadway.com.
Big thumbs up to the NBC broadcast of The Wiz Live, which was a solid hit for the network on December 3rd. The already familiar story of Dorothy and her journey through Oz, a flurry of juicy supporting roles for stars to sink their teeth into, and that electrifying score all helped the musical ease on down the road a bit smoother than either The Sound of Music or Peter Pan. The super soul musical hit of the 1970s by Charlie Smalls and William F. Brown has struggled to have a comeback for over 30 years, and we can't be more thrilled that thanks to NBC, it's now alive and well and coming back to Broadway.
Yes, The Wiz Live was a huge success, and we'll be gushing about it for the foreseeable future. But this week, we're giving a dumbfounded thumbs down to all of the Twitter trolls, the people who truly deserve that overused term bestowed upon them, who called the production racist for featuring an all-black cast. The Wiz is a deliberately African-American take on the all-white The Wizard of Oz. The original Broadway production, as well as the 1978 film, featured all-black casts. One would say that the whole point of The Wiz is the fact that it stars an all-black cast. In the wise words of the Scarecrow, some people without brains do an awful lot of talking.
Our star of the week kicks ass whether he's in front of a classroom or in front of a mic at Battle of the Bands. School of Rock star Alex Brightman is nailing the role of Dewey Finn, the part made famous by Jack Black in the movie, 8 times a week at the Winter Garden Theater. He plays this lovable loser with such breezy energy and vibrant talent that we can't help but want to follow him Pied Piper-like to the top of Mount Rock. And for that, Alex, you are the star of the week.
Thanks for watching the Broadway.com show. We're leaving you with a peek at Wayne Brady, who is sassy and sexy as Broadway's newest Lola in Kinky Boots. See you next week.